Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Holly Wolly Whoopsie. My name's Holly and I want to talk to you about cross stitch today. So I have recently got back into cross stitch. I've been doing it on and off throughout my the years, and since I was a kid basically. And I've just got back into it, and I didn't realise floss tubes were a thing. I didn't realise people wanted to hear someone talk about cross stitch for like an hour and a half, and people would watch it because I'm watching them. I have literally gone down the rabbit hole of watching floss tubes while I'm stitching. Before you know it, I've watched 5 in a row and they're like an hour long, and I've just got so much stitching time done. I'm not complaining. It's incredible. It's like way better than watching TV because I get to watch other people just be completely enthusiastic and see their projects, and I end up writing a list out of patterns that I want to try. So, there's a lot of enabling on the internet with cross stitch. But again, I'm here for it. So if that's your jam and you like that sort of thing, you might want to follow me as well, because I'm planning on just, doing weekly, fortnightly updates on what I've been doing as well. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Holly. I'm 38 and I have a lovely husband, Lee, and 2 cats and a dog, which I'm petting here, just in case you wonder what I'm doing. Yes, we're petting you. Oh, he's leggy. Yeah, so my dog's called Reuben, and he keeps me busy. We go out at like 6:30 every morning, all weathers, and he absolutely loves his friends that he sees on his walk. He's got a really nice group of friends, and if we don't see anyone, he's just like, what was that? That wasn't a walk. I haven't seen my friends. So it's really nice seeing him playing when you go out, don't you? Yeah, got a funny little face. So yeah, and the 2 cats, they just kind of occupy themselves. You know what cats are like. They do really come to us for cuddles. They do really enjoy their cuddles, but during the day, especially when it's nice weather, you don't see them until you're feeding them basically. And then it's only in the evening that they decide they want to snuggle up and get into your floss drops, which is always fun. So then they're sopping wet from nibbling them. Like, I don't know why cats do that. They just chew stuff. So yeah, and that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I am a nail tech, so what's really good about being a nail tech that works from home, not only do I get to spend it at home with my animals, but I get in so much stitchy time in between clients. If I've even got like a 20-minute gap, I'll be in here like cross stitching, even if it's just like one thread, half a thread. It's just such a good hobby just to be able to pick up, and I get so much stitchy time done in the day, like loads. Like when people say they stitch a lot, like I will sit here and stitch for like 8 hours, like minimum. So I would probably say the minimum amount of stitchy time I do in a day is probably about 3 hours. So like that's a lot of stitchy time. So what you will find with me is I have a lot of progress on my whips. I also don't like to have too many whips because I really like to finish stuff. So you won't see me with a whip unless it's like crazy big, which I've not got into, like those crazy big ones. But you won't see me with a whip for long before it's done. Like even ones that would normally take people like 6 months to finish, I'm like 2 months done. And then I like to move on to the next one, because when I've decided that I want to do a piece, like I just want to finish it so I can like display it or gift it or that type of thing. Now another thing is that I am quite picky with which ones I want to do for myself, because hence the blank wall around me. Even just regular pictures, I'm like really fussy. So generally in the past I have done projects for other people, which I absolutely love. I love doing projects for other people. One of my current whips is for someone else. I just really like doing them for other people, and that's why I don't actually have that many to show you. I'll find some pictures of them, and I'll do like put it over the top while I'm talking about it, because yeah, I actually don't have a lot of my my projects. I've done a lot over the years. Some of them I can't even remember. I've done a lot of cards, you know, like little things like that. But also the bigger projects are generally ones that I've done for other people. So, how I got into cross stitch was from my mum. So my mum was like an avid cross stitcher. She used to do big projects. I remember her doing Lavender and Lace, the quilt maker, that lady with the big blue dress, and she's quilting and there's like a little girl. I always remember that one. It was absolutely amazing, because I remember thinking, like, imagine doing that whole, like, the skirt was like this big on the thing. Imagine doing just like all navy blue, but like obviously there's like dark navy and like lighter navy, but just all that block color of one color. Like, to me, that when I think about that now, I'm just like, oh, that would, yeah, that would put me off of that piece. But yeah, it was just incredible to see it on the wall. In fact, I have, because those Victorian style are like my vibe. Like, I love that. So I have been thinking about asking my mum if she can find it in the loft. And just be like, oh, can I reframe it and put it on my wall? So I might actually, and I know she would appreciate that as well, because it is just like in a box in the loft somewhere probably. But yeah, I remember her doing that one. I even remember in our old bathroom we had like little Arctic scenes. There was some like polar bears and like penguins, and just like a couple of them. Maybe like baby versions of like penguins, like in our bathroom. Like we just had them everywhere. So I remember being surrounded by my mum's cross stitch. She even did the Titanic for my nan one year when it was her birthday, and it was a big one. But not only was it big, it was like a night scene. So there was a lot of like gold thread to show like lights that were lit on the Titanic, but also it was dark colours for the actual boat on dark Ada. God, I can't even think what that would do to your eyes after like months. And my mum works very similarly to me, or should I say the other way around? I work very similarly to my mum, in that she would just have that one whip and she would do that to the end. So she would be working on that for however long it took her. Like, it was obviously months. And she would just do that one whip. So you'd just see it all the time and you'd see her progress, and it would just be really interesting to watch. So yeah, I've obviously got my mum to thank for getting me into and obsessed with cross stitch. Now, I don't actually remember my first cross stitch. I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is my first one. It was like a bookmark or something like that. I don't remember. Like, I just remember doing cross stitch like a lot when I was that age. So I was probably, my mum was doing it heavily in the 90s when I would have been like between 5 and 10. And then I just remember doing reasonably big projects that would take me a while. Like, we used to get magazines, and I've still got like a ton of magazines, and I just don't like to get rid of them because there's some like really cool patterns in there. And we used to subscribe, like sometimes my mum would subscribe to one, I'd subscribe to the other, we'd just like share the books. But now I live away from home. Like, my parents are down south in Portsmouth and we're like in South Yorkshire, so I don't have access to my mum's charts and all those patterns that she's accumulated. But I have inherited her flosses. She actually gave me all of her flosses, which was incredible. So I'm just trying to like sort out how to store, like do the storage for like DMC cottons, because yeah, she's got like a ton of skeins. So yeah, so I have got those recently, because my mum's like, she's obviously older, and she's like, I've had my time with cross stitch, let me give you all of my things, which I've obviously graciously accepted. So yeah, I just remember doing reasonable sized projects from an early age. Now, let's just get into it. Let me just show you the finished ones that I've done, when I've done them, because some of them I know when I did them. But yeah, like a lot of them I just used to do for other people. Like I just used to gift them. So this is one that is in my hallway and it's fully framed. And you might not be able to read it, but it says Home Sweet Home. And that was an old, it was like in an old magazine, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a magazine. See if it'll pick up those stitches. But yeah, the only thing with this is I wish I did, these are the colours of that were on the chart, but because I chose a different colour Ada, I really don't feel that Home Sweet Home like is clear enough. So I wish in hindsight I did a different colour for the Home Sweet Home, but hey ho, you live and learn. I just really like the pattern. And again, I did this back in 2012 and I framed it like this, got it this professionally framed, in like this antique. So you can see even like back in 2012, I was very much like vintagey type style. And I have only recently put this up in my hallway. That's how long it's taken me. Partly because I lost it in the move and I was like, I've seen it in the loft, I know it's in there somewhere. Then we did a massive clear out of the loft and it wasn't there and I was like, oh my god, what have I done with this? And then I was tidying in here, went in one of the cupboards up the top and I was like, there it is. It's been there like all the time and I thought it was in the loft. So yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces because I just really like the I don't know if you notice like the color of the roses, like some are like pink and some are a bit more peachy and I just really like that. And yeah, so that's nice in the entranceway that I finally got it up. So yeah, finished that 2012. Then I've probably had another hiatus of stitching where I've not stitched anything. And then this one, I don't know the year of this, and it's not even framed. But this was another one that I really liked. So I kind of did this one. Hold it back here so you can see it. It's just the phases of the moon. This again was one from a magazine. The sun, I think it was probably like Cross Stitch magazine because I used to get that one quite a lot. Phases of the moon. And then at the bottom, where it's like, or the back stitch where it actually tells you the moon. And I did this on just like, I'm pretty sure this was like a 28 count even weave. Because when I first started moving over to even weave, that's what I kind of enjoyed to stitch on. So yeah, but I really like the colours in this one. Again, that was the colours of the chart. I just really liked it. So that's that one. I will have that up at some time. But again, you can see this is one that I wanted to do for myself. Very kind of a bit quirky, a bit different, but also reminds me of like those old tarot cards, you know, like the designs on the tarot cards. So yeah, that was one that I still really like. I'm just going to roll this up because, I mean, it's been rolled up probably for about 10 years, but so I don't think I completed this in 2012. Like, I'm pretty sure it would have been a few years after that, so maybe like 2015, let's just say. So that has literally been like that, rolled up. Yeah, for 10 years. So yeah, that's crazy. Now, this one, like I said, so we were in the loft, we were clearing stuff out, and I've honestly, because I do crochet as well, I've got so much yarn. I've got, you know, like those big blue IKEA bags just spilling over with yarn, and then bags alongside it. Like, I've got so much yarn. And I found like a project bag for cross stitch, and this was in there. So this is what has got me back into cross stitch this time around. And I finished it, and I just really like this one. This was again in a magazine, but it's an Emma Congdon design with, I just absolutely love this one. It's like a little folksy village. You can buy this on her Etsy. I've seen it on her Etsy. It's got like Stitchrovia. It's a website. But I just really like this one with all those little scenes and the tree. Like, I just absolutely love it. And so yeah, I finished this one. But what I used to do is when I would write in the magazine like when I started it, so I know how long it would take me. This one, I started it in 2019, finished it in 2025, but that is obviously just because there has been a crazy long hiatus in between. But I just love the colours of this one. Again, these are, I think I substituted a couple of colours, but that is pretty much the colours that it is. So yeah, they're the ones I have to show you. The other ones of note that I have done is I did a really nice gingerbread scene, and it had that kind of iridescent-y, pearlescent-y, like white DMC thread, with like little bit of glitter on the tops of the gingerbread houses, and there was like gingerbread man and gingerbread trees and stuff like that. And that was probably like about this big. I did that for my mother-in-law for Christmas one year. It might have even been around the time, like, before this. No, it wasn't. It would have been way before this. I wouldn't have done 2 Christmas ones, one after the other. No way would I have done that. Yeah, so it was probably like, let's just say 2017. Like, that's probably what it is. So yeah, so that was a good one. I will find a picture and I will overlay it while I'm talking. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one, and it was really nice to do it for someone. And she still puts it up, obviously, every Christmas is there. Like, so it's nice to see something. It's nice to see something seasonal that you've done in people's houses, because then it gives you like a new appreciation for it. When you see it up, you're like, oh yeah, I remember when I did that, and then you end up studying it, thinking, oh, that cross is a bit dodge. But yeah, so it's actually really nice when you see a piece, you can appreciate it again. I mean, it's like that in your own house. Like this Christmas one here, obviously, when I get that out every year, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that one. But when you see it all the time, it's easy just to get a bit familiar with it. And you just get used to it and want to switch it out just for like the sake of it, you know, being a bit like samey, like you see it all the time. You just don't appreciate your own work. And then the other one I remember doing was, off the top of my head, I don't know if the style is Bella and Boo. Is it that? I don't know. I might have just completely got the wrong name. But it was this little girl. She always does like little girls. They were like really cute, like almost illustrated type. And it was in this big chair, and there was like a little bunny there, and she had like her little slippers on. And yeah, that one was really nice to do. And she has that one up in her home as well. I did that for my mother-in-law again. So I'm just going to have some of my coffee. I just realised. So yeah, that was also another one that was fairly big. You know, like a lot of stitches in there. But yeah, they're pretty much the only ones like I remember. Oh, and I did another one which we have recently got back because I made it for my husband's grandma who's recently passed, and it was like a little chickadee, which was like so cute. I had like a little gardening rake and it was so adorable. And she was one of those that had like so much stuff in her home. She collected spoons, so she had a lot of spoons. She had a lot of like pictures from people's holidays, like all the grandkids and stuff like that. She had so much stuff up, so it was almost like you just do her a small picture because there was like no place for it in the house. And I always remember it was in the kitchen above the door that like went into the hallway. She just had it right at the top. But because it was there and it was like brightly coloured, you did always used to notice it. And I just wrote, I think I just like hand stitched a little message like to grandma or something on there, like happy birthday. But yeah, she really liked that. So it's nice to have it back, even if it's, you know, a little bit sad. But it was one of those charts that I did really like. It was a really cute chickadee. It was all like disheveled looking. It's like crazy fur, like it had been through the hedges. So that is my finished stuff. Let me show you what I am currently working on at the moment. So having multiple whips is a new thing for me. And I can see why people do it, because the fun and excitement of kitting up a new thing and, you know, getting your flosses sorted and stuff like that, it's actually really fun. So I can see why people do it. So this is one that I am doing for my friend, and it is of Santorini. Try and show you that. So this is how much I've done so far. This again is an Emma Congdon design. Like, I have been inadvertently obsessed with her, and as soon as I finished that Christmas one, I immediately found this and was like, oh yeah, I want to do that one for my friend because she got married in Santorini and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, hang on, this is like the same designer, because I found this in a magazine. I didn't go out looking specifically for Emma Congdon. But yeah, this was actually quite a cool chart because they give you like different colorways for this. So the one that was mainly advertised was just kind of like these colors here. A lot of that, it was basically blue and white and greys and baby blues and stuff like that. But I was like, oh, that's a bit blue. Like, if you don't have a blue theme to your house, I was a bit like, it's a bit specific to like give someone a blue picture. And then I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, this is like a better colorway for it. Personally, I just think it's got a bit of those like sunset type colors in there. I think I just prefer the colorway of that one. But this one, because it's for like a birthday, why do we give ourselves such ridiculous targets? Like, I started this one, I'm like, oh yeah, she'd like that. Just immediately started it, didn't really think about it. And then I was like, her birthday's in a month. Like, what am I thinking? So I started this. I mean, you can see how like much I actually work on projects. So this also is an 18 count, because that was all I had to hand. And I was like, okay, so it's an 18 count. It's like full, apart from there's like a bit of space at the top here. It kind of goes down like this. And there's like a bell and stuff here, and there's a sun that comes up here that's like free, like from the edge. It's not, you know, it's not proper full coverage, but it pretty much is up to like here. And I started this, I want to say it was like the 16th. Yeah, the 16th of April. Something ridiculous like that. And my friend's birthday's on the 23rd of May. The Friday coming out. Obviously, it's not going to be finished. But that is how much I've done in like a month. So you can see I do actually get through cross stitch quite quickly when I do it. So that will be really nice when that one's finished. My friend will also appreciate it because she did used to do a little bit of cross stitch. But not a lot. Like, when I say she used to do cross stitch, I mean like she did one about 10 years ago. So yeah, so hopefully she will appreciate the time and energy I've put into that, and hopefully she will like the picture. So that's that. Then my other whip that I started Saturday, and it is now Tuesday. I worked on it Saturday, Sunday. No, I didn't start it on Saturday. I've only done 3 days on it. It was actually Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I've not done any stitching today so far. And it is 1 o'clock because I've had a client in this morning for nails, but is the stitch along. And again, I didn't no stitch alongs were a thing back when I was last stitching, like 2019. Never heard of a stitch along. So I was like, this is amazing. And what got me into doing this one was the previous one. Like when I first started watching FLOSSTUBEs, the aquarium one, oh my god, that Lola Crow Deadly Aquarium, oh, it was just perfection. And like I said, bit Victorian, that's my style. That is my style. And then when I saw she was doing this one with the birds, and I love birds. I don't know what it is about what they look like, little display. Like, I just love birds. We get so much wildlife in our garden as well. So I am just really loving being part of along. So here we have, like, I've not even properly finished. I am like, the next, what was it? The first one was out on Friday, just gone, so a few days ago. That's literally as far as I've got. Like, I haven't done anything at the bottom, so I am behind, and that is very triggering to me. If I'm going to do a stitch along, I've got to catch up. So I think I bought the pattern, like, when I realised I was like, I'm going to do this. I think I bought that on, it was like a week or so ago. And then the first actual one, because it was like 6 weeks to do this frame part of it and those two birds that I've shown you. It was like 6 weeks to do this, and then the first, like, one came out, first like one was released after the 6 weeks. So yeah, so I've done that. That's what I've done in 3 days. That's 3 days work, which is quite, and this is on 36 count. Yeah. So I don't know, is that fast stitching? That feels like fast stitching to me. Would you be able to get that done in 3 days? I don't know. But it's just normal to me. I think what it is because I stitch in hand, don't use a hoop. And it does make you stitch faster. But that's part of the reason why I don't like a hoop, because it feels ridiculously slow. Not that I try and race through it, but to me, just that, and then going underneath that, oh, that's too much for me. That is just a bit too much. And I would rather it look a little bit more organic, shall we say, than perfect, because I don't know, but then I see people who've got like perfect cross stitch, and I'm like, oh my god, to stitch like that is incredible. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. I think that's quite good, and I absolutely love this. Again, it's that gothic-y kind of Victorian frame of this. Oh, it's just right up my street. I know I'm gonna absolutely love this. So yeah, and this will go in my hallway, upstairs. Our hallway's really weird. I've got something on my dog hair, probably. Yeah, our hallway's really weird. It's kind of like a spiral staircase, but not actually spiral. It's kind of, you go up 2 steps, like a landing, go up like 4 steps, landing, go up again. Like, it's a bit weird. So wall space is a bit strange to like display, unless I'm just like literally going all the way up. So yeah, so I'm quite looking forward to getting that chock full of cross stitch pictures, basically. Now, let me tell you, oh, I have got a couple of things that I've bought recently. I've actually just left them in here. So, Vinted, apparently, is really good for charts and kits. And I bought this one on Vinted because I just like roses. And I like how they're like wispy and stuff like that. So I really like this one. It's like an old, like brand new, like still got everything in there. it said it was like this, then reduced again. I think I paid, including postage, like £8 for like a whole kit, and it's linen. And when I bought it, it looks like a chunkier linen. But when I bought it, I was like, oh, this will be the first linen thing that I do, because I always really like even weave. I've never actually stitched on linen. But then I ended up starting this one on linen. And this is the, what's it called? 36 count. It's the DMC, the Stormy vintage one. It's a bit mottled. I don't know if that will pick it up on camera, but it's like the slightly mottled one. Whereas this, it doesn't actually say what it is. It just, oh, 28 count. I was going to say, I thought it looked bigger. 28 count linen. So that should be fun. And that will look, my hallway is a little bit like pink with that type of thing. So that one's quite good. And I am also waiting on another one that I bought from Vinted. And I'm so excited. It's Bothy Threads, the Rose Swalwell. It's her spring, summer, autumn, winter. But I bought the winter one because it was an absolute bargain. I think it cost me £12, including postage, brand new kit. And it's the winter one, where it says like winter in like different languages around. And then it's just like that really nice scene in the middle. And autumn and winter are my thing. Like, that is me. I just absolutely love that time of year and the aesthetic of it. I just love those warmer colours. Yeah, I'm not a pastel type person, you know, all of that. I like earthy tones. So that's another one I'm looking forward to getting and starting that one. And I think I'm going to put that in the kitchen, because then I'll be able to rotate it and I'll see it often enough. I might put it above like the mugs. We got like mug trees on the wall. Might put it above that, because then it'll be nice swapping it out. Although I'm like one of those that like always forget, like, you know, like changing the calendar over. I always forget until it's like halfway through the month, because I don't even know why I get a calendar, because I don't even use it. So yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to doing. Having like seasonal ones. Now, the only other one that I have, well, I say the only other one, the only other like 10 that I want to do is, I really like the Rendale ones. And what I thought would be really nice with like the splatter and the like the Ada, what I thought would be really nice is to have the animals that we like find around here. So like the pheasant, like we've got like a family of pheasants out the back. And also we like see them on the walk, because I live kind of a bit, not rural, but you know, kind of like that. So yeah, I thought that would be nice. We also have, there's a guy, farmer, who's got loads of oh, I forget what they're called. The Highland cows. I don't know why I forgot that. They're like my favourite animal. So yeah, there's like Highland cows. Like there's loads of them, and they've just had like the little cars, and they're so adorable. They're like little tiny horns. So yeah, I was like, that would be good as well. We get a lot of robins, and like hares. Obviously, having a dog, you notice these things when the dog just starts randomly chasing a hare. But yeah, I thought it would be really nice to have like a series of like meaningful animals that kind of like we find around here, because that's one thing we love about living here, because we just get so much wildlife. So I thought that would be really nice. But what is stopping me again is because I'm so particular with what I'm putting in my home. My house is very like a bit old-fashioned-y. I don't like modern stuff. She says, well, she's got like a Kallax unit right here. But you get the idea. Just ignore that, and everything else is like a bit oldie worldy. So like I really like William Morris. Like I absolutely love him. Our hallway has got William Morris wallpaper, you know, that type of thing. So I'm a bit like, is it a bit modern to put? Where am I going to put it in my house? I don't quite know where I'm going to put it. So yeah, Speaking of William Morris, that was another thing I bought. Sorry, I should have got this out. I don't know why I didn't think about this. That is, I found this book on eBay. William Morris, cross stitch. Absolutely love it. So, this is the Strawberry Thief. And this is actually really nice. Let me just show you the first stuff if we get there. Like, the bird cushions. Like, I literally cannot wait to do these. My hallway, the print that I've got in the hallway is of this one. It's like the bird with the pomegranates. That is my wallpaper in the hallway. This room is soon to be decorated, so don't get used to seeing it this green colour because it will be a different colour. Well, I say that green's my favourite colour, so it will be green, but it will look different. But yeah, so this book, I literally cannot wait to get started. Like, everything in here is my bag. Oh my god. Like, even just these flowers, look. Oh, they're just so nice. And on the back cover, look. Oh my god. Is that in focus? Like, yeah, this is just... it's just my bag. So, I'm really looking forward to doing some from here. The other thing, I bought a book that was like sampler motifs, because sorry, let me just stop rustling that. It's a book of like little motifs for samplers. I don't know if there's like alphabet in it, but like little motifs, because I kind of fancy designing my own. You know, just going on a tangent back to crochet, but I do actually have, I've got an Etsy shop. I've got a couple of patterns on there of like clothes and stuff that I've made. I do really like to be creative, and I've already got, I have done a bit of cross stitch design in the past, and I really want to get back into that because I've got some really good ideas of things that I want to do. So one thing, I'll just tell you, like we're here and we're not in a rush, we're stitching. One thing that I wanted to do for my hallway is of like my animals, you know, like those old Victorian, like oval, like almost like silhouette type things. I really want to do like a silhouette of my cat and my cats and my dog. Or another thing I've thought about doing is, you know, like photoshopping them on like a Victorian picture where they're all like just looking like that with the cats, and then turning that into a little chart. So they're kind of some ideas that I've got at the moment of things that I want to chart. Some noise going outside. So yeah, that's, I know, we don't know what that is, do we? There's a lot of commotion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that is the door. Yeah, all right. Post. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what I was talking about before. I think I was just talking about like maybe the samplers, like my own charts and stuff like that. Yeah, so I got that book with the samplers because I really like the Historical Sampler Company. But sometimes there's just things about it I'm like, oh, I wish it didn't do that, or I wish. So again, I'm very picky. So I like to change charts and things like that just to make it a little bit more like in keeping with what I want. So that's why I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a go and make my own. See if I can make my own sampler, how I kind of envisage it in my head. So yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of, you know, new haul. Oh, I do have like this needle minder. Oh, which lovely, I don't have the needle on it. So that's going to be fun, trying to find that. But this was my only other random cross-stitch purchase. And that's why I said Highland Cows are like my favourite, because I can't believe I forgot the name of it. But like, how cute is that? It's like on a little bun. So yeah, I bought that from like a little maker on Etsy. So thank you for watching. I hope that was interesting. I hope you got some stitchy time done. I'm sorry it was a bit all over the place. I don't really know what I'm doing. um, and yeah, I look forward to coming back, showing you my progress on the whips that I've got going on. And I'm pretty sure as soon as that Bothy Threads winter one comes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be cracking straight on with that. So yeah, I hope you think about subscribing because I am going to be doing more videos. I'm going to be doing floss tube stuff. I also have a few other things lined up. You know, just so you can. I was thinking of like showing you how I cross stitch because apparently I cross stitch a little bit weird as well. I've never seen anyone do this after like getting back into it, watching videos, and I'm like, why is no one doing it this way? So yeah, if you're curious and want to see what that is, think about subscribing. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a cross stitch channel from here on out, and possibly a little bit of crochet here and there because I do still like that a little bit. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you next time. What are you doing? Come on. No. Ruben. Why do you want to play tug now?